What's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Driller, and welcome everyone to WWE NXT UK Review, the show from May 4th, 15th, I meant to say, 2019. Your commentators, as usual, were Vic Joseph and Nigel McGuinness, and they were still in Glasgow, Scotland. So, that being said, let's get right into the show as we get to the opening match, which it was Piper Nevin versus someone named Jamie Hadder or Haddon, Hay, Hadder. I don't know. Either way, some girl named Jamie, but Piper Nevin, she's got the home field advantage because she's from Scotland, and basically, Piper Nevin, basically got a squash win here. I mean, Jamie got some moves in there as well, but Piper Nevin was basically the match was all showcasing Piper Nevin, and Piper Nevin gets the win. There you go. Then we get an interview by the NXT UK Women's Champion Tony Nese. And I forgot to mention too, but when it pertains to the last review I did for this NXT UK, when it pertains to Nia Samuels, that she referenced Tony Nese's family. Basically, what pertains to, I believe, her parents, like that. So, Tony's looking upset and angry, and she says that she doesn't have a problem with Nia Samuels before, but when she started calling out her family, she made it personal, and she's willing to put her title on the line. She's willing to put her title on the line against Nia Samuels, or let the title not be on the line. Either way, she wants to get her hands on Nia Samuels for mentioning her family. And there you go. Then we get to Giant Saint, where it pertains to... Oh, wait, I'm sorry, not Giant Saint. His assistant, Sid Scarlett. Where it pertains to, he's been asked about Pete Dunne and Walter for the title rematch. And then also he got interrupted by Cassius Ohno. And Cassius Ohno is wondering why wasn't he involved on the qualifying match, where it pertains to get a future title shot for NXT UK. And basically, Sid Scarlett saying, he let Giant Saint know about that. And then Cash also said, "Oh, well, make sure you do so." And then he's like, walks away. He's like, and then he starts shouting, "Skid Scarlett," for no reason, basically. But yeah, I don't know if it could be added to the match though. I guess we'll find out this week coming for NXT UK, which is gonna be on the Wednesday. But yeah, we're going to see how that turns out. Ligero versus Jordan Devlin in this fatal 4-way qualifying match. Match itself, pretty damn good. Both guys looked great in the match. So yeah, Jordan Devlin and Ligero was going at it. They were really killing each other in this match. And then in the end, Jordan Devlin gets the win over Ligero, so he gets to qualify into the fatal 4-way match, where they're gonna try to crown a new number contender to face either Walter or Pete Dunne. What pertains to Walter defending his NXT UK Championship. Jordan Devlin cut a promo, which I thought was pretty good, where he said that he shouldn't even be in the qualifying match. He shouldn't even be in the match against Ligero because he should be number contender. And basically calls out Joe Coffey and whoever else is going to be in the qualifying match. Doesn't matter who qualifies in the match. Everyone falls to the ace. He cut a very good promo, and I thought it was well done. He talked about he was saying the Jokers, the Queens, the Kings, they can never measure up against to the ace. That was a very good promo the way he was cutting. Well done. We get a video package of the NXT UK United States. The NXT UK champion Walter. I meant to say Walter. Walter. And basically, he talks about how he doesn't know what pressure he is, because he knows how to deliver, and talks about his match against Pete Dunne from Takeover New York, how difficult it was, and it was all about competition and how a competitor he was, and he's looking forward for his rematch that he's going to be having against him. And yeah, there you go. and it basically showing some highlights of it too as well. Where James to Pete Dunne and Walter, and there you go. I can't wait for the rematch, folks. I cannot wait for that rematch. We got Mustache Mountain beat interview on their thoughts about Pete Dunne and Walter on their rematch, you know, and then they talk about how they want, to go after the tag team titles against the grizzled young veterans, and they say they want to wish Pete Dunne good luck, who is a fellow member of the British the British Strong Style along with Mustache Mountain, which is Trent Seven and Tyler Bate. And Trent Seven and Tyler Bate wants to go after that tag team titles. They want their rematch basically against the grizzled young veterans for the NXT UK Tag Team Championships. Then we get to Jack Stars, and he gets to wrestle against the way long debut of Ice Jar Dragunov. I did not say his name. Basically, they've been hyping him up for about 2 to 3, 4 weeks, I guess. So we finally get to this debut of Dragon Von, and I thought he did some good. He did a good performance in the match, but the thing about that is, folks, what pertains to me, of my point of view of it, I was not impressed. I mean, he impressed me about 2 moves maybe, but other than that, I mean, he's got a unique look. I love the passion. I love the how he carried himself, but wasn't impressed. But he won the match, and I guess maybe someone doesn't like it, he'll change my mind. But we'll see. Then we get to Mark Andrews and Norman Dar, being interviewed by, I should mention, Ramsey was interviewing those two. Just like Ramsey was trying to interview Jordan Devlin, but Jordan Devlin told him to beat it. But yeah, but basically, Mark Andrews meant to say, and Norman Dar, they're gonna have a rematch of their own, which is gonna be this coming week on NXT UK. So yeah, and they shook hands, and there you go. And then now it's not gonna be about them being enemies. It's gonna be about them being, it's gonna be a friendly competition. So there you go. We get Killer Kelly versus Saya Brookside. So the match itself was starting off pretty decent, and then Jeannie comes out. She interrupts the match. It was ruled no contest because all of a sudden Jeannie brings out Jazzy Gabbert, and basically she was best known as Alpha Female. And so finally she makes her debut. Jazzy Gabbert. So Killer Kelly and Saya Brookside was gonna face her off, but then Killer Kelly decided to just leave and basically left Saya Brookside high and dry, as Saya Brookside, I meant to say, excuse me, basically gets destroyed by Jazzy, and then Jenny gets in the ring to put over Jazzy. Jazzy Gabbert, and that was it. So we'll see where this leads to with Jazzy Gabbert and Ginny's relationship, where that develops, basically develops of the upcoming NXT UK. Now we get to the main event. Before we get to that though, we get a tweet from Johnny Saint, who's the general manager of NXT UK, where it pertains to Tony Storm, to say, excuse me. That she's going to face Nia Samuels, and it's going to take place in 2 weeks' time. Well, based off of this week, folks, it's going to be next week, and it's going to be for the NXT UK Women's Championship. And now we get to the main event, which is going to be, which is the Fatal 4-Way match to qualify for next week's, this week's Fatal 4-Way match. Meant to say, excuse me. But again, this episode of NXT UK was last week. But that's like for my 205 live review, I unfortunately didn't get a chance to do it on time, so I apologize for that. But you have Dave Mastiff versus Wolfgang, from Scotland, Scotland's own, also representing Gaulis. So the match happens. It was alright. I was expecting more impactful, But it was alright though. I still enjoyed it. In the end, Dave Mastiff wins the match. After the match, basically Dave Mastiff qualifies. So who you got so far? You got Joe Coffey, Jordan Devlin, Dave Mastiff, but we don't have this other guy who has to qualify into the match either, which I thought was going to do last week, or pertains to this episode of NXT UK, but they didn't do that. So maybe it's going to be Cassius Ohno. We'll see. Maybe for this week for 205 Live, for NXT UK, meant to say, excuse me, on this coming Wednesday, maybe it is Cassius Ohno who's going to be the fourth competitor added into the match, but we'll see. But so far it's Jordan Devlin, Dave Mastiff, and Joe Coffey. But speaking of Joe Coffey, also after Dave Mastiff won the match, the Coffey Brothers comes out to try to beat up on Dave Mastiff, but Dave Mastiff fights him off. Wolfgang gets the better of him, and basically Gaullist beats down on Dave Mastiff to end the show. And there you go. And that was the show. Talking about wrestling for NXT UK, the show from May 15th, or I think it's May 14th. Let me just double check. Yeah, May 15th, 2019. Let me just double check the matches. By the looks of it, it looked like it was 4 matches. Well, actually, 5 matches actually, because one of them ended in no contest because the whole Ginny introducing the debut of Jazzy Gabbert. But yeah, so it was 5 matches on the show. And my overall rating for the show, I'm gonna give the show a 6 out of 10. And that's basically it for that NXT UK. Thank you all for watching. It's the Natural Born Driller saying peace on the streets, as this was your WWE NXT UK review. Take care.